अनि तपाईहरु हेरिराख्नु भएको छ नेपाल भर्सेस अस्ट्रेलिया अहिलेको ताजा अवस्थामा नेपालले एक गोल खाइसकेको छ साथीहरु म तपाईहरुलाई चाहिँ फेरि स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु तपाईहरुको आफ्नै YouTube च्यानल फायर टु लिभ अनि तपाईहरु हेरिराख्नु भएको छ नेपाल भर्सेस अस्ट्रेलिया बीचको लाइभ म्याच साथीहरु अहिले बल अस्ट्रेलियाको खुट्टामा छ नेपाल र अस्ट्रेलियाको कुरा गर्नु पर्दा नेपाल भन्दा अस्ट्रेलियाको स्तर एकदम नै बढी हो अस्ट्रेलियाको फिफा वरियता क्रममा को कुरा गर्नु पर्दा अस्ट्रेलियाको पोजिसन 41 पोजिसन 41औं स्थानमा छ भने नेपालको कुरा गर्नु पर्दा 161औं स्थानमा छ 120 भन्दा बढीले अस्ट्रेलियाको पोजिसन माथि छ त्यस्तो बलियो फुटबल टिमसँग अहिले नेपालले खेलिरहेको छ त्यसकारण हामीले त्यस्तो ठूलो अपेक्षा नगरौं तर हाम्रो देश नेपालले त्यस्तो बलियो टिमसँग खेलिरहेको हुनाले हामी नेपाली टिमको समर्थन गर्नुपर्छ अहिले पनि बल अस्ट्रेलियाको खेलाडीहरुको खुट्टामै छ भने नेपाली खेलाडीहरु उनीहरुले हान्न खोजिरहेको गोललाई रोक्ने प्रयासरत छन् हाम्रा नेपाली खेलाडीहरुले यति सशक्त टिमसँग खेलिरहेको अस्ट्रेलियासँग खेलिरहेको यो पहिलो पटक हो साथीहरु तपाईलाई एकचोटी फेरि स्वागत गर्न चाहे तपाईहरुको आफ्नो YouTube च्यानल फायर टु लिभमा अनि तपाईहरु अहिले हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ नेपाल भर्सेस अस्ट्रेलिया बीचको रोमाञ्चक म्याच
speed from the two fullbacks, as we mentioned. And as Robbie mentioned earlier also, it's because Lecky and Goodwin are starting out wide and they're bringing their fullbacks inside nice and narrow, allowing that space for, as we said, Page and Grant to get forward.
McLaren has profited nicely from those manoeuvres. Could be a case of fill your boots on tonight. He'd only scored one international goal before this evening in Canberra. That was against Palestine at the Asian Cup. He's now got 3. He's already on hat-trick. He just played 20 minutes. Sutar. Useful touch again by Irvine. It's a good nick. Here's Boy with a comeback. It's Jackson Irvine. They charge it down this time. In the shape of Devendra Tarmang. McCall look very vulnerable every time Australia go forward. Here's Ranjit down the left. Just squats away from Bishek. Rizal. The furthest forwards until he's played tonight. They'll slip through. Jackson Irvine, McLaren sniffing a treble. Not quite. Scored in every round of the FFA Cup. His Melbourne City team, of course, are into the final of that competition. Big season ahead for him. Eric Lombard's team. Frankly, he'd have been disappointed had he missed the 2 chances he's converted tonight. That's what being a striker's all about, Harps. You remember well, being a former one yourself, being in the right position. Here's Lecky, who sneaked in behind, trying to tee up Irvine. Lecky way behind. Onto Tarmang. This is Dines Spansi. Ball away just too cheaply when they do have it, Nepal, which is not too often.
Terrific recovery from Matt Lecky, and just in that little exchange you can see the difference in the athletic qualities of both sets of players in that one little snapshot.
Again, Page can reach it, Araboy, deflection. Kieran Chemjong is grateful to see that one deflect behind for another corner.
But what a joy it is, even just 20 minutes in, to be watching Araboy in the flesh again. He's such a clever player. Another ricochet to protect the Nepal goal.
Suter got on the end of last corner delivery from Buchan on this side. Let's see if he can do so again. He does. He scored on international debut. Harry Suter. Remember the name from Fleetwood Town. His mum Heather, born in WA, will be super proud at this very moment. He grew up supporting Australia. His brother plays for Scotland. He's just scored his first international goal for the Bruder Girl.
Well, you're compounding the problem. They were doing well against Harry Suter when they surrounded him. And they're sort of in the proximity of the Nepal defenders, but they're not nearly tight enough. And it's just too dangerous a prospect with that extraordinary height advantage. Nice corner in. And he breaks his duck on debut on his first visit to his new home country.
Roman, the big fan. The big Harry. Told us pre-game that Suter grew up with posters of Socceroos on his wall. I wonder if one of them was Kevin Muscat.
Doubt it very much so.
You never know. Running the game was well out of sight for McCall. 3 goals on the scoreboard, 72% possession for Australia, 10 shots already.
At least as many ricochets on the sides.
That's probably the most telling stat. 188 field position here. Magic's throw for John Vista. Sujal Shrestha is another real estate.
साथीहरु तपाईहरुलाई फेरि एकचोटि स्वागत गर्न चाहे। तपाईहरु हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ नेपाल भर्सेस अस्ट्रेलिया बीचको म्याच र नेपालले एकदम बलियो आफूभन्दा निकै बलियो टिम अस्ट्रेलियासँग खेल्दै छ साथीहरु। त्यसकारण हामीले सोचे जस्तो नतिजा हामीले चाहे जस्तो सोचे भन्दा नि हामीले चाहे जस्तो नतिजा नआउन सक्छ। त्यसो हुँदै गर्दा पनि हामीले आफ्नो देश नेपाल र नेपाली खेलाडीहरुको समर्थन गर्न छोड्नु चाहिँ पक्कै हुँदैन। किनकि फिफा वरियताको कुरा गर्नु पर्दा पनि अस्ट्रेलिया हामी भन्दा धेरै माथि छ। अस्ट्रेलियाको फिफा वरियताको कुरा गर्नु पर्दा 41-42 स्थानमा छ भने नेपालको कुरा गर्नु पर्दा 161 स्थानमा रहेको छ। झन्डै 120 स्थानले माथि रहेको अस्ट्रेलिया जस्तो बलियो टिमसँग नेपालले भिड्दैछ। अहिले अस्ट्रेलियाको खुट्टामा बल नेपालको डी एरिया भित्र बललाई खेलाउँदैछ भने नेपालले धेरै थोरै मौका पाइरहेको छ बललाई आफ्नो पोजिसनमा लिने र अहिले त्यो मौका पाइरहेको थियो तर त्यतिकैमा अझ थ्रो इनको लागि अस्ट्रेलियालाई मौका दिएको छ। अस्ट्रेलियाले आफ्नो बललाई नेपाली डी एरिया भित्र लगिसकेको छ। यो गोल हुन सक्छ तर किरण जेमजोङ हाम्रो एउटा राम्रो गोलकिपर किरण जेमजोङले त्यसलाई बचाइदिएका छन्। साथीहरु म अहिले नेपालीमा कमेन्ट्री गरिरहेको छु। मैले केही भुल गरेको खण्डमा मलाई म क्षमा चाहन्छु। हाम्रा नेपाली कोच अनि म एउटा सम्झिन्छु जस्तै नेपालले एकचोटि इन्डियामा भएको एउटा खेलमा चाहिँ के भएको थियो भने इन्डियालाई चाहिँ हराउने अनि इन्डिया चाहिँ र त्यहाँ एउटा एकदम बलियो टिम पाउनु यो बल अहिले अस्ट्रेलियाकै खुट्टामा नेपालले अहिले 3 गोल खाइसकेको छ साथीहरु। अहिले बल अस्ट्रेलियाकै बल नेपाली डिफेन्डरले बललाई रोकिदिएका छन्। नेपाली बल डिफेन्डरले बललाई अगाडि बढाउने कोसिस गर्दै थिए। फेरि अस्ट्रेलिया खुट्टामा बल अस्ट्रेलिया खेलाडीहरूले बललाई अगाडि बढाउँदै अस्ट्रेलियाको टिमको कुरा गर्नु पर्दा त्यहाँ 4 जना खेलाडी मात्र घरेलु टिमहरुबाट क्लबहरुबाट खेल्ने गर्छन् भने बाँकी खेलाडीहरु इङ्ल्यान्डको इङ्ग्लिश प्रिमियर लिगहरु जस्ता लिग क्लब खेलहरुमा चाहिँ व्यस्त रहने खेलाडीहरुले भरिएको टिम हो यो।
Throughout the first corners and they've punished a couple of times and interesting to see how they set up here. It's not offside as you saw from that replay. Moy's delivery drops for Sousa. The whistle's gone. Relief for NEPAL.
Handball there before it got to the corner. This stage with a good raid up the left-hand side. This is the resultant corner and it's a handball there on Bailey Wright. Well picked up by the ref. Had a fantastic opportunity rather than playing the ball square into the 6-yard box to cut it back to Jackson Irvine, who's run into the penalty area and his prop is perfect. And as is Justin quite said, well, these are the solutions we get further down the track with the likes of as is Kevin are going to have to find and mix things up with their delivery.
Yeah, and it's clear to see as well that the fact that fullbacks are age and getting forward, what that does allow is us to get a lot of Australia to get a lot of bodies into the box because all of a sudden Goodwin, McLaren, Becky and Irvine at times and even more get into the box for those crosses.
ঝামেলা হয় না আলছিলা হয় না
Scoring on international debut. Moy. He's trying to get moving immediately. Ryan Grant's just it down into the path of Lecky. Quite.
Area, and I'm getting before you, Simon. There's a potential avalanche awaiting.
Sarah Moy fancies this.
That's 2-1 to me.
Yeah, you're winning. And Moy, the word that it's job. So top it over, other quarter.
Do we have, if we don't, we should start keeping them, stats for ricochets. This is double figures at least. Good defensive wall, credit to it. Leapt in unison, glanced the ball over.
Sutar waiting again, a good position. Moy's delivery. And it'll pop for Milligan, who somehow finds a gap. Oh, the goalkeeper just hit him, I think. Kira, he's grateful it did. Came through a whole crowd of players.
Well, that was a better defensive set. Firstly, from the defensive wall, commented on that. Then Rowett does excellently to clear the ball. Milligan does brilliantly to make space, and this is really soft handwork from the goalkeeper. That's bounced off another metre in the opening 2 minutes, but he's really found himself now, thankfully, for the sake of the contest, the Nepal keeper and captain.
He was the I-League goalkeeper of the year back in 17-18 through Chemjong. So he's got a bit of pedigree. Here's Lecky, being pursued by Sujal Shrestha. Walk it back through Milligan. Grant's always available. Puts it up in the air. Could be another chance offside against Craig Goodwin. Wouldn't have counted.
Well, this has worked beautifully, and this is a part of Ryan Grant's game that doesn't get enough comment. The quality of the touch. Firstly, he made the space beautifully. That is a delightful pass. Jackson Irvine was the man offside, correctly adjudged as such by the assistant, and interfered with play by jumping at the ball there. Craig Goodwin was legal, but it was Jackson Irvine who was offside. But excellent work, beautiful touch on that delivery from Ryan Grant. Outstanding work.
Good pick up halves. Going to speak McLaren. At the clock and thinking if we can get through to half time perhaps without further damage we can reset. It has been one-way traffic.
the emphasis is got to be to remain or to keep that type of possession because, as we've seen tonight, I mean, Nepal have dropped off 20-30 yards further than they did in the first 5 minutes after their first goal. So, you're trying to negate it by, firstly keeping more possession.
Kieran's got to be quick here. And would be best advised to get it out of play, which Ranjit does.
Yeah, so only that possession halves is 9/10, and I think that the further you go up and the harder teams that you play against, we don't look to that possession as valuable as it is clearly here tonight for us.
This time by Milligan and Jan Vista felt the full weight of this. National hero after scoring those 2 goals against Chinese Taipei in the last qualifier. Plays for the Manang Marshangdi club, who are the champions of Nepal. There's Vista. A competition that only just restarted last year after a 5-year hiatus.
I was just going to chime in with that, Simon. You'd reported that, and it's, of course, widely reported, but that's part of the context for tonight. The bulk, 99% of these players are ensconced in their domestic league, and it's been completely on again, off again, mostly off again recently. So to prepare a national team from that backdrop, a very, very difficult assignment. That they're at all competitive is a credit to them.
Perhaps why Anjan Bista earns a bit of extra money. There he is on the ball, rather casually so, as a singer.
Well, I was going to say, he's like Nepal's Joey Seed. Is he going to take a leave of absence and go and start a rap career? And you never know.
You never know. Joey Singh will not feature in the new A-League season, which of course kicks off tomorrow night in Adelaide. Adelaide United against Sydney, the cup holders against the champions. Can't wait for the new campaign. It's going to be a great season. Touch and turn by Goodwin. He's seen a lot of the ball. Advantage played. Goodwin again with the cutback, looking for Lecky. Might still drop for him. And he partly away. Milligan drove it straight into Devendra Tamang. Australia buzzing around the box again. A slip by Lecky. Moy pumps it goalwards. Vishal Rai got the full brunt of that one and has remained down inside the penalty area. Might have even got it full on the noggin, I think. Vishal Rai, but Australia were just peppering the Nepal goal there.
Oh, the Aussies pumped a couple of heavy hits into the penalty area. Milligan doesn't muck around. I mean, there's not many more pure strikers of football than Mark Milligan. And speaking of, it's probably Aaron Moy. And that is a fuzzball, that one. His head will be ringing. This, for me, is a concern. Due concern being shown by the match officials and the medical staff.
A real bell ringer, Robbie Slater, down on the pitch side.
Yeah, look, that one hurts, especially when he's cold. Look, he's obviously not feeling as cold as us, particularly me with my 2 big toes frozen down here pitch side. But look, hit from that range, we know how hard Aaron Moy can strike a ball. That certainly would have the medical staff worried. But just something I've noticed in the last few minutes is they're starting to find a few players in the space. Most of the game it's been wingers tucking in, Ryan Grant as his badge. That's continuing, but just before, and when you get the ball in between the lines, the ability to turn and eliminate a defensive midfielder really opens it up and cause that little flurry there, which ended with that fierce drive from Aaron Moy.
Thanks, Robbie. 6 of Australia's 14 shots have been blocked. Unfortunately, still searching for the ricochet stats. I'm sure that's up near double figures. Here's a chance for Nepal. Hear their fans roar whenever they get over halfway. Sujal Shrestha on the ball. Ranjit's in advance of him. And they at least fashion an opportunity. Imagine the noise here if they scored. Rohit Chand. No way through. They win it back through Ananta Tamang. Now with Dinesh Razbansi. Looking for the ball over the top, and it has to be pretty accurate to get over the top of Harry Suter, Abhishek Rizal appealing forlornly for a foul, which the referee was never likely to give. And order is quickly restored. It's Jackson Irvine with space and time. Nepal back in numbers now. Aaron Moy to drive into the box. Never really unlikely.
Well, he should fancy himself tonight, Aaron Moy. Wonderful conditions to play on just a beautiful surface. And he's going to get plenty of opportunity like this, and why not fire away? It's such a key for the Australian team. Not just tonight, but throughout what we're hoping is a successful campaign for Graham Arnold.
Just on Graham Arnold, Kevin. Obviously a game in Chinese Taipei to come in a few days' time. Second half, you think you might be looking at a few of his key players and thinking, right, okay, game's won. Time to have a breather and get yourself set up for Tuesday.
He'd have a plan in place about who's not going to be playing on Tuesday in the next game, and that'll affect, obviously, who comes off and who stays on in the second half here tonight.
There's the Australian bench. Look a bit chilly, don't they? Dimi Petratos, a late call-up due to the injury to Massimo Luongo. Brandon Borello hoping for another opportunity. Here's Goodwin, who's replaced him on that left flank tonight. Back through Moy. The intervention by John Vista will carry it forward. It's a good chase back by Leckie.
Mate, he's just monstered by Matthew Leckie, which is no disgrace on John Vista. Leckie is a fearsome athlete. He just chewed him up.
Passes continue to rack up for Australia. We're almost up around the 350 mark. Milligan. This guy's to the byline for Bajic. Looking to hang it up to that big person. Really wrap his boots around it. Disappointing from Aziz Bajic.
Well, the good news is he did deliver one cross which resulted in the Jamie McLaren goal. Ryan Grant, who's headed square back across for Jamie McLaren, but otherwise this is a real area marked for improvement for Aziz.
Team talk, you fancy coming up for Johan Cullen?
He was saying pre-game that the bulk of his coaching career is in coach education. And certainly loving the opportunity of being in the hot seat again. The likes of Australia.
Here's a chance. Well, I guess we count that as a shot from Abhishek Rizal. Same as it was. Why not, Andy? Chance to cover yourself in glory if he catches it right. Be a national hero. Fortunately for him, he didn't. Australia had one more before the break. They were 3-0 up, you'll remember, against Kuwait at the interval. To 1 additional minute at the end of the first half. A chance for you to give us your summary. It's pretty much one-way traffic.
It has, and given that the Socceroos have grown into the half, well.
Could be another one here. Jackson Irvine, little slip by Ranjini, recovered well.
It's one of those games where you've got everything to lose, really, because everyone expects plenty of goals and plenty of efforts on goal. And Graham Arnold, I think, given the circumstances, will be reasonably happy.
Here's Leckie, deflection, it's 4. Oh, hang on, flags up. Flags up, it's not going to count. Matthew Leckie thought he'd given the Socceroos a 4-0 lead. The referee's taking counsel from his linesman. There was a deflection on the way through. The flag popped up immediately, and the referee blew his whistle.
Interesting replay this one's going to be, because the deflection was clearly from Nepal player. it's an own goal. It should stand.
Should be 4. Well, that's a boo-boo from the referee, and Matthew Leckie is going to go and have a conversation with him. It might not make any difference the end results, but Matthew Leckie wanted a 4th goal, and so too did Graham Arnold, and really they should have had one. That's an error by the officials, which means the first half ends on a bit of a sour note. The positives are a double for Jamie McLaren, a first international goal for Harry Sutar, and to be honest, it might have been a few more. Nepal, several rungs below the Socceroos, and at the break, Australia well set. They lead the Nepalese by 3-0.
Yeah, what a strong start it has been from our Socceroos.
पठाइदियो भन्नु नीतिसँग कति लिने हो म राम्रो बसाइदियो अब लिने हुन्छ अब नयाँ बाइक सिकिन्छ हरेस पानी यहाँ कसले भर्दैन भने यहाँको बोतल कहाँ हो जानु उतारि पानी आइरहेको जानु पुरा बाहिर होला त्यो हरियो बत्तामा पानी हो यो बाहिर अहिले भर्नु न यो त खानु अहिले आइरहेको त्यो नखाले अगाडि छ क्या एउटा हरियो बोतलले त कस्ता क्लियर रहेछ
being in the box, as you mentioned there, is vitally important, but arriving in the box is far greater importance. Arriving late so you're not marked, rather than being in there waiting, certainly helps anyone delivering the ball.
Timing your runs. Australia have got good weapons in that regard, haven't they? Not just from set pieces with Suter, but Jackson Irvine more than handy in the air as well. I seem to remember has scored the odd one off the noggin as well. Changes foot perhaps. Feliciano just taking a stroll down the touchline prior to some limbering up exercises perhaps. There are 2 or 3 Australian subs already going through their routines.
Yeah, well, Bawema Build is one of them, and just doing a quick walk around the stadium at half time and before, there is an extraordinary number of Sudanese. The Sudanese community here watching the game tonight.
Dennis has lost out, but Irvine and Goodwin are on the same wavelength.
His conclusion of the game, if that's to happen, will get as big a cheer as the Nepalis are getting. Really noticeable.
Lovely touch by Irvine. Goodwin, Claren on the hat-trick, of course, waiting in the middle, doesn't arrive. Grant to try and reset all the way back through Bailey Wright. Had more touches in this opening 10 minutes of the second half than he had in the entirety of the first. Intelligently by Grant. Boy is too strong for his defender. Waiting back post is Craig Goodwin. Good save. Kieran Chenjok to deny Australia a 4th goal, and Craig Goodwin his first at international level.
Terrific bounce from Brian Grant to the on-charging Aaron Moy, who puts it right on the spot. Good contact from Goodwin. The angle's not that friendly. It's a great chance Australia should have scored, there's no doubt. But the angle wasn't that friendly for Craig Goodwin. Keeper had it all covered on the near post.
He wants to enjoy the moment a bit longer, I think, because he's just dropped out after barking instructions to his teammates following that save. He now wants a bit of attention. Chance to bring in Kevin Muscat again. Muscat, interested in your thoughts. Obviously, we're 10 minutes into the second half now. If you're Johan Carlin and you've watched that first 45 minutes, you're 3 goals down, could have been 5-6, let's be honest. What's your team talk? What do you say?
I found myself in that position not so long ago. So,
I didn't want to bring that up,
but obviously you don't say what I said on that evening or afternoon. But look, I think from his perspective as well, he sensed as that half wore on that they were deteriorating physically. So, they've started at half again. They seem to be having a go and trying to press, and they've forced a few attacks into the Australian half. But as the half goes on, the reality will set in that they just can't compete physically. So it'll revert back to, as the half goes on, they'll drop deeper and deeper. And how much can you do to prevent that? Not too much at all.
Lots of happy Nepalese fans, despite the scoreline. Kieran, their goalkeeper, Joseph, one of the real superstars of this team. I'm told he's only the 5th Nepalese goalkeeper ever to own a car. That's how little they get paid for playing football in Nepal. Most of them are semi-pro.
Well, I meant to do the foreign exchange conversion, but I think it's 10,000 rupees a month. So
What's that in Aussie
I was
dollars?
just going to say, he wasn't quick enough to do that conversion, but I'm sure people at home. I've just had in my ear it's about 130 Aussie dollars a month. You're not going to buy a bunch of Bentleys and glittering watches on that, if you take the point. And
But it shows the difference, doesn't it?
completely. But what I will say is that part of, just going off your discussion with Ken, part of the chat from the coach would have been, you know what, if you put a little bit more pressure, there were 2 or 3 examples where very good players, I referred to one of them, you took the ball off Aaron Moore, and believe that you can cut and paste moments like that through the second half to start the second half. They're way more boisterous in the challenges here. It's been a feature of the second half. The expectation, the likelihood is that they're not going to be able to last the distance, but I'm sure the case, and whilst we're still in it, stand up for yourselves. They've just got 2 legs and a beating heart the same as you. Make them get past you. Don't give it to them.
Show that Gurkha spirit. Proud fighting nation. Nepal. This time it's got in off Dinas. Razvan Singh. Sutar accepts the congratulations, but I'm pretty sure that will go down as an own goal. Or maybe it will play. The big lad. It's not debut. Whatever the case, and Australia have extended their lead to 4.
Well, again, the short one to take the attention away from Sutar, but that's not enough because in the end he wins the ball uncontested. It's not the most convincing header, let's face it. But the deflection goes the way of the Socceroos. Plenty didn't in the first half. But this time, of Dinesh, it goes into the Nepal goal.
Just as Nepal were finding a little bit of belief, Australia extend their lead, and Apostolos Yadu is getting ready. There's perhaps the first substitution of the night. McLaren, if he's to be the man to make way, will want his hat-trick before that change is made. It would be the natural swap.
Yeah.
Before that change is made, it would be the natural swap.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if that, brings more focus to aerial delivery into the box, Kevin, because of Yanu's height. But of the 4 goals scored, 3 have come from the head of Australians.
Yeah, and you picked up on the first 10 minutes of this second half. The flip side to your question, Simon, the Australian team talk, would have been on lines, let's remain disciplined, let's keep progressing in our processes. And we've started relatively sloppy. We've got that goal off another set piece, but we've started relatively sloppy from that perspective.
Maybe that goal will just refocus the Australians. Milligan. Touch by McLaren wasn't the surest, but it's found lucky. The needle, finds Bayich, Australia in behind, Kieran puts it away, and Jackson Irvine just can't score for love nor money tonight. He's had a few opportunities, and again he's denied.
Well, couldn't quite cut that one back enough. Maybe that's a more difficult one. Jackson Irvine close. A week on the training field with Gertrude the Bake at Adelaide United. We'll pass his Bake, I reckon. Because they just keep coming in back. Adelaide United, as we saw in the Cup semi-final.
First change for Australia, Aaron Moy withdrawn, Apostolos Yanu thrown on. So maybe a change of shape. He will no doubt play alongside McLaren up top. time. Lecky into the penalty area. A thumb clear by Nepal. Let's briefly go down to Robbie Slater, who's been listening into Graham Arnold's words of wisdom. Robbie?
Yeah, well, he's changed the system, so he's gone with 2 9s and dropped Jackson Irvine back beside Milligan, but he definitely wants the wide players to drop into those pockets. And the big message from him, and he's up, and as soon as the ball goes backwards, he's livid. He wants them to drive forward. He wants everything to go forward.
Doesn't look too happy at the moment, Robbie. You know him better than most. Is he happy with this performance?
He's not happy, I've told you.
Thank you.
So, Kevin, that just calibrating that change to put the extra centre forward in is an assessment that we're just one body short for those crosses.
And as we've seen earlier, it shouldn't have been the case, and maybe that's why Arnie's changed it, because it shouldn't have been the case with Irvine and Moy making the extra 2 toes. We should have actually had them in the box. To their credit, they have been.
Irvine, McLaren trying to stretch. It came off Ananta Tamang and into the grateful gloves of the goalkeeper.
To their credit, Arch, they have been making runs getting into the box, but all the delivery has gone towards McLaren, and hardly any deliveries come back to the penalty spot, if you like, for them to pick up balls and side foot them into the net.
Last Australian to score a hat-trick at international level. Mila Jedinak against Honduras in that 2-legged playoff, second leg in Sydney. Jamie McLaren has the chance to do that.
And there's Harry Suter, the second Scots-Australian to score on debut after Martin Boyle in Brisbane.
Yeah. Well, 1 or 2 more down the years, you fancy. Brother John plays for Scotland and for Hearts at club level. Going to be a quiz question in future years, isn't he? Along with the Boatengs, Kevin Prince and Jerome, who played for different nations, Ghana and Germany. Make a change, and Johan Cullen has reached for his biggest star off the bench. Well, Gartibaga, pacey left-footed striker. Meantime, they've got a problem with Anjan Bistra, who's gone down with an injury. Australia perhaps pondering whether to put the ball out. They've opted not to. Don't have to, of course. This back on his feet. Irvine gets it out to Grant. Milligan. Quick, crisp passing by Australia. Lecky finds the gap. Grant, they're queuing up in the middle. Craig Goodwin on his wrong foot. Way over the top.
Well, we got one. They've been calling for it for most of the game, and Ryan Grant delivered. And this is the alternative. This is the option that Australia hasn't utilised enough. And Ryan Grant, the beautiful execution of that cutback pass. Unfortunately, it is to Craig Goodwin's right foot rather than perhaps his left.
So here's that change. Abhishek Rizal is withdrawn, and the big roar is for Bimal Gartibaga. Just 21. Plays his club football in the Maldives with the TC Sports Club. The youngest Nepalese debutant ever at just 14. And he actually had a couple of stints in Europe. He once scored 4 goals in a trial game for Twente Enschede back in 2013, and also had a spell training with the Anderlecht under-16 squad and Genk as well. So he's got a little bit of pedigree, particularly by Nepalese standards.
Well, 4 goals in a trial game is normally enough to secure a contract.
Visa issues.
There you go. Surely they knew that before they'd invited him for the trial. Funny old world sometimes. Players have been signed sight unseen for less than that.
Here's Craig Goodwin. I think about a strike here. Still waiting for his first international goal, just his 5th cap tonight.
And by my reckoning, that's their first shot from distance in the second half. There were a sequence of them in the first half, but we haven't taken aim from distance. Jackson Irvine had one off that ricochet scenario on the edge of the box with his right foot, but we haven't set up a shooting chance and seen someone take it in this second half until Craig Goodwin.
Now playing in Saudi, of course, with Al-Wada after a stellar campaign with Adelaide United last year. Here's Milligan. Watch the return off Bajic. Lecky had so much time. Nepal perhaps beginning to tire. Oh, dear. Didas, perhaps anchored by the fact he scored an own goal tonight, has thumped that right into the midriff of Aziz Bajic. And he felt that one. There's a crowd figure, 18,563, boosted by several thousand cheering on Nepal. And they had a good time by the looks of it, despite the scoreline. You hope that love of football, particularly in Western Sydney, is being tapped into by the A-League club, says Ravi Paswan. Nothing to worry, Matt Ryan. Just on the Australian Nepalese links, Andy, interesting to note that Gary Phillips, former NSL title-winning coach with Sydney Olympic back in the day, has just been appointed technical director of Nepal.
Yeah. And, you know, the backstory to Gary Phillips makes that appointment even more remarkable. As a teenager, he had to choose between surfing and football because he was a national level, like an Australian champion board rider.
I knew he looked like a surfy dude.
So he picked football, and now he ends up in a landlocked country with the biggest mountains in the world. What's he going to surf? The melt.
He'll find a way.
He'll be flying home pretty regularly, or he'll be volunteering for the trips to the Maldives. I'll give you that tip.
He's a good fellow, is Gary. We should have with that appointment. Partly funded by the AFC, their development programs. We're going to get another change for Australia shortly. We're going to get a look at Aiden Frostich. We haven't seen him since he made his one and only appearance for Australia against Brazil back in June 2017.
And of course, the recently departed Rudy Guddendorf moved to Nepal after his stint with the Socceroos.
It's a well-trodden path. Here's Goodwin. Irvine slides it into the path of Bajic. Here's that change for Australia. And Craig Goodwin had a few opportunities tonight, Kevin Muscat. He's withdrawn in favour of Aiden Frostich.
Yeah, another substitution. What's been interesting since the early substitution for Australia is we've effectively taken a midfielder out of that in Moy from those zones there and had another striker. And what it's created is one less option for us to hit when we're building up and coming through throughout our defensive midfield area in that having two strikers. It has affected the flow of our game a little bit.
Good pick-up. See what Aiden Frostich offers. 23-year-old who plays with Groningen in the Netherlands. His best friend in football is Leroy Sané at Manchester City. There's the other sub, Postmosiano, and Bajic to clip it up. And Yano just couldn't get the connection he wanted.
And with Lustig on, Matthew Leckie's deployed more centrally. He's Yano picking the ball up and going again. I like the look of Postmosiano, Kevin. I'd like to see. He's only getting scraps in the national team. He's clearly at the moment down the pecking order. Doesn't fit that poacher type Gerd Muller. I'm making a great name there, but you understand the point I'm making. Would you like to see him with more game time?
Well, and these are the games, and Hunch, we don't know what the game's playing for the next game, but these are the type of games where you'd like to see someone given more opportunity. McLaren, obviously Jamie's had that opportunity tonight and he's taken it. A little bit of variation, as we've been mentioning throughout, because all our chances and efforts on goal have come from crosses and crosses to the first striker in McLaren. So trying to find another way to create chances in these games where you can experiment is obviously important.
First little flashpoint involving Bimal Gartimaga. Clash of heads with Bailey Wright. Wright was not that keen on the end of friendship that was offered by way of apology from Gartimaga. It's been a game that's been played by and large in a good spirit. And mainly in Nepal's half of the pitch. Here's Milligan. Graham Arnold will just want a little bit more quality in the final third. Dropped off quite a bit against Kuwait. Very good the first 45. Kuwait, with respect to Nepal, are a better team than the Gurkhalis. Came back into things second period. Australia hunting more goals here. Rustic in the corner. And Russell's gone for an infringement.
Yeah, with 15 plus stoppages to go, playing at home against a team that bears by comparison, Graham Arnold would be understandably frustrated that they haven't threatened the goal more in this second half. It's going to be one of the talking points. Unless they can fly through the gears in the last 15 minutes, it will be a talking point. The 3 points never really in question.
Jackson Urbanez has one effort that's just shaved the post. Craig Goodwin flashed one wide. The own goal. So after the break, that's been pretty much that. In terms of real pressure on Kieran Chemjong's goal. Maybe that's why Awal Mabil is being readied to add a little bit of zip down the flank. Opportunity perhaps for Nepal, and one that they've horribly wasted. Not the best from Vishal Wright. There is the super speedy Awal Mabil. Looks as though he's even too quick for his hairdresser.
You know how he feels.
Tested down by Yanu. Lecky. Square by Irvine. Milligan out for grabs. Yanu in a good position. Not a great cutback though. Easily swept away by Rohit Chand. He wanted to make that third change then, but runs a little slow to attract the referee's attention. Awal Mabil has to wait a moment or two more. Lucky pursued by Ranjit, back through right. Stab at the inside of the boot, which really looked likely to come off. And Nepal standing firm at the moment. Here's Rustic. Lucky. Milligan wanted it played square. He's in a good position as well. Totally unmarked. Still is. They go for the cross instead, and Bajic is on the end of it, but headed away from goal rather than towards it. Back they come again. Aidan Rustic to try and place it. Easy take for Kieran.
That was a shot outside the box that forced the save, so I congratulate Aidan Rustic for that. It's been slightly heavy going for the Socceroos in the last few months. And I'm sure that the thinking, in part at least, behind an Awal Mabil is to who's keen to run at defenders, spark things up a little bit.
Well, you know he's going to do that. So let's see what the man from FC Midtjylland in Denmark can do. Matt Lackey, who should have had a goal to his name tonight, but wrongly ruled out in the first half stoppage time, takes his lead. And on comes our Mabil. Cap for the Socceroo Flyer.
And a good performance from Matt Leckie, Kevin. He's just the article, isn't he? He's developed so well over the years and such a composed performer.
Yeah, and relatively probably underestimated the work and the career he's having in Germany, and playing in a different position, obviously much further in advance on the field here, and enjoying it. You can tell that he's enjoying his football, particularly his last two games for the national team.
So that's the Roos, 3 changes made. Adam Taggart, who you just saw on the sidelines, might get an opportunity against Chinese Taipei during the week. Meantime, second change for Nepal. And Anjan Vista, their 2-goal hero against Chinese Taipei, is going to be withdrawn. I was impressed with him first half. I thought he was probably close to Nepal's best player in a team that was really having to defend most of the game.
Yeah, it's hard. I would encourage people not to judge the likes of Anjan Vista in a team like Nepal, which is so heavily outgunned. Put him in a stronger organisation. He, Vishal Rai, and the substitute Bimal, the number 10, those 3 could really contribute to a team that has a greater stature, greater physical presence, greater tactical awareness, because they can play the game.
Here's Mabil. We say that a lot about Thailand's 2 best players, don't we? Tirasin and Shanatit. Put them in a good team. Wow, they look good. Here's Mabil. He does look good. And Irvine trying to get on the end of it. McLaren was there too.
It's starting to get in each other's way, but a little bit of difference from Owen Mabil. Just that one-on-one ability. He just squares up, put the ball in between his feet, and then past the defender. Makes the space, delivers the ball. And you would prefer, Kevin, the midfielder coming through to finish that one rather than a striker peeling away from goal.
Speaks to your point earlier, Muskie, doesn't it?
Yeah, and there was quite a few bodies in the box there, but once again it was, people trying to score from static positions, and it's easy to be marked once you're static. Arriving in the box gives you a greater chance of getting more purchase on the ball.
Here's Mabil, popping it on the left flank now, moving away from Paswan, and Vishal Rai wanted to do it all himself. Would have been some goal. But he's added something already off the bench, our Mabil. Was a naughty boy a couple of weeks ago, got a red card against Midtjylland's big rivals for the Danish Championship, FC Copenhagen. It's not like Owen, he's such a malmatic guy normally, isn't he?
Well, he's had some flash, you recall a couple of flash moments in the A-League, so he's got a very competitive edge to him.
Gartimaga, useful ball, but Grant had it covered.
Without which, of course, players can't cut their way through to the top of the game.
Here he goes again. It's in stereo, that helps.
It's in Ronnie's. Good night from me.
Last 10 minutes. It's been a comfortable night for Australia. They want more goals. Are they going to get one here? That just flipped off the arm, that, of Devendra Tamang. No real appeals from the Australians. And Ranjit able to clear. Return with interest by Bailey Wright. Anywhere will do for Ravi Paswan. So it is a right winger by trade, but he's helping out his right fullback more often than not. So that sort of game for Nepal. The supporters continue to do a conga line around the stadium here in Canberra. Meantime, they'll build inside the box. Nepal got back in time and in enough numbers to close the gaps. Breaks here for Bajic. Top of the box is Apostolos Yadu. Charged down by Roic and disguised pass by Milligan. Didn't quite come off, and Nepal could have a break on here. Needed to release earlier. Did Dumal Gatimaga.
Well, that's excellent defensive midfield work from Jackson Irvine, who, because of the way the ball broke, Kevin, was on the wrong side of the play. He was made the ground beautifully, and that's what you need your defensive midfielders to do, round that centre circle to tidy up those breakaways.
And since the change that we spoke about earlier, he's been deployed obviously alongside Millsy, and he's had far less influence on the game, whilst obviously doing his job in there.
Still just the 1 second half goal for Graham Arnold's team. Could have an own goal. It's blatant holding by Ranjit against Aiden Krustic, and finally the referee's patience has run out. First yellow card of the night.
He would have welcomed a bit of innovation this from Krustic. His body well to get the ball on the ground, and then let's have a go at something. Beautiful little shimmy. That was superb bit of work. We need more of those ingredients in the final third. You need to break up defensive organisations and get individual defenders starting to think about their assignment one-on-one with an attacker, whom they're not sure if they're going to pass it or dribble past them. At the moment, they're pretty comfortable that Nozzie's going to pass it.
The set pieces have provided plenty of opportunities for Australia tonight. They've scored from 1 or 2 of them. See if they can add to their tally here. Krustic to deliver. And Suter was on the end of it again.
That was the hat-trick moment. Great contact.
Let's go down to Robbie Slater, his pitch side, get his view of that latest opportunity and the way things are going for Australia.
Well, you look at Harry Suter and you're just thinking, well, you got to hit the target from there, and if he probably does, he scores. But look, I think the second half, I think Nepal have just made the decision that, look, if they open up too much, they're going to concede a lot of goals. So they've just been solid. Back 4 at times, even a midfielder dropping in to make 5. If it's not 5 and 3 and 1, it's 2 banks of 4. And look, the Socceroos have struggled to move the ball quick enough and lacked a little bit of inspiration, that individual quality, to break them down. They've been very comfortable, of course, but Graham Arnold has not looked unhappy, but he's been frustrated. He wants them to drive forward. He wants them to always play forward, and he feels that he feels very frustrated that they probably haven't got more goals than what they have.
Still time. Well, not too much of it. Just over 5 minutes. Square by Bajic for Milligan. Helped on by Krustic. Nice move with this. McLaren sniffing the hat-trick. Might break for Mobile. Across the face, and still it won't go in for Australia. Grant wins it back. Yanu, so many bodies in the way. Krustic to turn and drive again. He's just bundled over. I think more through tiredness than anything else. And he shouldn't be, because he's the substitute. Tez Tamang. Tired, that is. Third change for Nepal. Vishal Rai. He's going to be brought to the sidelines, and he's going to be replaced by another Tamang. That's 4 we're going to have on the pitch now. This is Santos Tamang. Defensive midfielders. Johan Kalin tries to plug some of those gaps and keep the scoreline respectable. A free kick given away by one of his other changes gives Australia another opportunity.
Krustic he's demanded the ball, including from this set piece. And his second international. But he wants to take responsibility on his shoulders. Rebounds back off the wall. Krustic again. Seeking to make amends. Milligan. Another foul. Again, similar sort of position. Other side of the D. This time by Rohit Chand.
Krustic fancy himself again. It's on the wrong side of the penalty area for him. Fancy, cleared, free kick. Krustic has been impressive off the bench. I'd say he's had 4 or 5 opportunities with the ball. With 4 of them, he's made good. Can't do much else than come off the bench and have a conversion rate like that. Owen Mabil striding out, and having a crack from here.
He's pulled rank, hasn't he? Owen Mabil.
Pulled rank on the skipper. An insurrection.
Certainly on Krustic. Let's see what Owen Mabil can do. Looking to the Cristiano Ronaldo, but you could hear from the yelp of frustration. He knew it wasn't right the moment he left the boot.
Well, again, the appetite off the bench, and you can question maybe some of the execution or decisions, but the appetite off the bench to affect change to the game, which is sort of the byword for Owen Mabil. He doesn't muck around. Every time I've seen him play, A-League or international, he has a go at doing something. Tries to break the status quo of the game. And for that, I applaud him.
Top of Ravi Paswan for Bajic. That sort of sums up Australia's second half. Just not quite been up to muster. They go again through Krustic. Mabil. Credit to Nepal as well. They have defended a lot better in this second half, albeit a lot deeper. Off the chest of Irvine, McLaren, is this a hat-trick? It is! The first Australian to score a hat-trick in almost 2 years since Miller Jelinek netted 3 against Honduras in that World Cup playoff. And it's a night to remember for Jamie McLaren. And it's 5-0.
Well, look at Milligan at the base of the attack here. And his spray passes around all night. And Jackson Irvine making the forward target, then dropping off the line. That's beautiful intuition to bounce that off his chest. Nicely timed run. Good control, Jamie McLaren, and a really excellent finish. Ball bouncing away from goal. Defender in close proximity. A friendly range, it's true, but he finished with aplomb.
All you can do is be there to finish those opportunities. Owen Mabil staggering like a man who's been shot to the sidelines. He's got it in the you-know-where. That doesn't tickle. Barney's having a wry smile, but he knows that hurts. Counter Noah. It's good to see Graham Arnold with a smile there on his face, at least. Overall, is he going to be happy with this performance?
Well, maybe, no. I think he'll be unhappy is not the word. Frustrated, definitely. I would suggest frustrated. Because there are very obviously bigger tests down the path. And what will maybe a problem for the Socceroos is not their structure, not their discipline, not their tactics, the lack of imagination.
position in the front third.
Here's Bimal Gatimarga. Could there be consolation perhaps for Nepal at the end? Santosh Karmang and it's long into the box, hopefully by Ravi Kaswan. Just catching practice for Ryan, which is pretty much all he's had all night. And we're almost into the final minutes of the 3 additional, as signalled by the 4th official. Time perhaps for one more. Krustic. Milligan. Nabil with time to turn. Yanu. Bowled over, no foul. Milligan. First touch was a little bit heavy. Krustic out for grabs on the right. They're queuing up in the penalty area. Nepal sat very deep. Nabil. They weave this way and that, trying to find an opening. Time almost up. In by Grant, firmly headed away by Rohit Chand. And Nepal will look to sprint forward with time almost up on the watch. Well, there we go. As expected, Australia too strong for the Meadows. Jamie McLaren will always remember this night, a hat-trick for him. What on debut for Harry Sutar.